What's going on, YouTube? Before I get into this video, man, y'all make sure y'all go like, comment down below what movie y'all want to see me review next, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Now, this next one we about to get into, man, was requested by, I hope I'm saying his name right, Kalia 4089. I hope that's how you say your name. If I messed your name up, I apologize. But this is requested by her, Waist Deep. Now, I seen this movie a couple of times before, but like I said, a lot of these movies y'all be requesting, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. And if you look at the time frames these came out, all these movies came out when I was like a little boy. But this was really like a underrated hood classic. But it stars Tyrese, Gibson, and Meagan Good. Now, when I first seen this movie, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get into the storyline, but I ain't gonna lie, I was scared of the game on here. The game played this big time drug dealer named Big Meat on here. I remember this came on BET, and the only part I seen in this movie, like the game cut somebody's arm off on here, and he got like this messed up eye. I was like, I ain't watching that. But you know, I'm a kid. Kids scared of anything. But that was like my first impression of this movie. I thought I'd just put that in there. But it's about this guy named O2, played by Tyrese. And he's like an ex-convict, and he's trying to just be on the straight and narrow for his son. And he got a little son named Junior. He about 8 or 9 on this movie. And I didn't even know how it works. Like when ex-cons get out, like he's a security guard on here, so I didn't even know like he could be around guns, being an ex-convict with 2 strikes. But his cousin was supposed to go get his son from school, but his cousin, played by Larenz Tate, he is unreliable, because we all got like that one unreliable family member. Like when you need them, they just never come through for you. He was supposed to be going to get his son for him, but he at the house getting high. So O2 had to leave his job to go get his son. Now, the reason they call him O2 is because he said when he used to do crimes back in the day, he would leave the crime scene so fast like oxygen. And I think he said it just got worse and worse, how quick he used to leave. So they just took like the H part off. I mean, I understand it, but it's like while it's like he talking to his son, because his son got like a scar on his face from school. So and this is in the LA area, and you know it's kind of rough over there. But he basically telling his son like the not be like him, like be better than him. Even if you ain't gonna be the best in the world, just be better than me, because kind of like you following in my footsteps already. I'm an ex-con, and I'm picking you up from school. You at school fighting. But I could tell like O2 got still like that loving, caring side of him too, because he'll still say things like to encourage his son. And he bought his son a toy on him, like, so he got a nice balance with it. But as they riding, Coco on here, played by Meagan Good. Everybody know Meagan Good looks good, and she's kind of like distracting him and seducing him to like buy these dresses she's selling. And he kind of like brushing off, because I would still be skeptical too how she was talking to him. Like it looks shifty, like it looks like a setup. But and it was. She got some dudes to try to rob O2 for his car, and they not knowing that his son was in the car. Whether they knew or not, they didn't care, because they had a shootout on the highway. So he ends up chasing Coco down, and like basically, you finna help me find my son, like whether you like it or not, because he was finna kill her. So they go to this chop shop, and her boyfriend in there, and he beating all on her like, why are you in my place? And then O2 ends up hitting him with the gun, and they end up getting a car, and then they end up getting out of there. Now, O2 goes back to his cousin Lucky, basically hot, like, man, if you would have picked him up from school, we wouldn't have been in this situation anyway. I would have still been at work, and my son would have been home. So it's kind of like it's his fault. It's not his fault, but then it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have just did what you were supposed to do, that would have never took place. So it is his fault. So he said he finna go around, he finna ask people like what's going on, like what happened. As he goes to this meeting, the part I was telling y'all about with Big Meat. Big Meat is played by the Game. Everybody know during this era, like the 2000s, Game was like one of the hottest rappers, probably if not the hottest rapper in LA at the time. So it would make sense to have a cameo like this. But the Game, well, excuse me, Big Meat, he cutting somebody's arm off for not paying like they taxes towards him. Like all the stores and everything in that area, Big Meat runs it. So him looking like, if you're not paying me, this is what can happen to you. So that's the part I was telling y'all, like, that kind of messed me up when I first seen this movie. But their whole plan, they trying to strategize is like, okay, Big Meat and O2 used to be partners back in the day. And Big Meat thinks that O2 still got some of the money that the last job they did. He thinks he got the money. So he's basically saying, okay, you got to give me $100,000 by tomorrow. That $100,000 that I think you still got, or I'm going to kill your son. Now, my thing is, like I told you, I don't know if he knew his son was in the car or not, but it was just a coincidence that his son was in the car. He's telling Lucky, how am I supposed to just get $100,000 like just out of nowhere by tomorrow? And then they already know, like, this dude Big Meat ain't playing no games. Like, I just seen him cut somebody's arm off. Like, he's dead serious. And Lucky knows that because he was there. So Coco, the guy she worked for, they want to disguise it to where, like, Big Meat is stealing from the guy Coco works for, and the guy Coco worked for is stealing from Big Meat. So they're going to have them two beefing to basically wipe each other out. Now, it was a very good plan, but, you know, sometimes you don't plan things all the way through. They living like in this they hiding out in like this mansion, and they are kind of getting like fond of each other. Like, when you around, I don't care who you are. This is like how work boyfriends and stuff come along. When a man and a woman are around each other long enough, you start catching feelings for each other. But O2 and Coco, they start opening up to each other. Like, she asking them like what really happened with the money. Like, he was saying he had the $100,000, but his baby mama took it from him, and he never heard from her again. And she was telling him like she had a son, but he got killed. So after that, she's just trying to, you know how that go. She's trying to take his mind off of the son situation, but they still got to stay focused. So they turn into like on some Bonnie and Clyde stuff, because they was doing what they had to do to get money, and they was robbed. Like, the plan was going good, but they still didn't have enough money, and they was counting it up. Like, she said, we got 45,000 a piece. Now, 45,000 plus 45,000 is obviously 90,000, and that's $10,000 short. But the fact that she's helping him do all of this, they have to split that up. So I know he was looking like, man, I wish this hoe wasn't even helping me. I would have been close enough to get my son. So they start going on bank robberies, and they just start hitting up all these banks. And then they ended up getting into these little boxes in the bank that got all this jewelry on it. Now, Lucky, being unreliable as he is, he's like, man, I could get rid of all this jewelry for you, and y'all got the money. Like, we gonna have your son back in no time. So when he goes up to Big Meat, telling him like, I got this jewelry for you. Just pay me this certain amount of money and we good. And I had your money for you. And he looking like, man, that's what's up. Like, but where did you get this from? So Lucky gets the line like, I stole it. Me and my friends, we kicked this dough in. We was in Beverly Hills. We just did all this. And Big Meat know his line because he's like, this is my jewelry. So now Lucky's in a real messed up position. He's not finna pay you for this jewelry, and he got his son, and like, you in the worst position you could possibly be in. So they kind of forced Lucky to set up a meeting with O2, Coco, and his son. Now, when he comes with the money, he throws the money on the ground, and his intentions was not to give O2 his son back. He let the little boy start running, and they started shooting. Now, luckily, Lucky grabbed the gun from the guy that was shooting, and they have like this big shootout. Now, they get the little boy out the way, but Meat and O2, they get to talking like about what happened back in the day. And Big Meat really think that O2 like ran off with the money, even though he doesn't know what really happened. But when they was getting into a shootout, O2 really street smart on here, because I don't know what kind of gun Big Meat had on here, but it could only let off 7 shots. After the 7th shot, O2 start walking up to Big Meat just like, I'm looking like, nigga, he was just shooting at you. Like, why is you walking up to him and this man got a gun? Like, I didn't understand it, but when Big Meat shot again, the gun started clicking. Like, he was like, yeah, 7 shots. And then O2 ended up killing him, which is a very dope part on this movie. But they trying to get Lucky patched up because he still got shot. And they at like this gas station. And the dude at the gas station watching all this stuff on TV, he was looking like, man, do y'all realize like how popping y'all is in the city right now? Like y'all just roaming around like normal people. And he asking for their autograph and stuff. But as they trying to get Lucky to the hospital, the police get behind him. So he has to split up his son and Coco, and him and Lucky were just gonna ride by themselves. But he ended up seeing Lucky dead in the seat. So I would be panicking at this point. Like, I got the police behind me, my cousin dead. I don't know what's gonna happen with my son, and I'm on 2 strikes, so his back is all the way up against the wall. But he ends up splitting up with them, and while the police chasing him, he's just talking on the phone, just like, make sure you take care of my son, because he kept telling his son he always gonna come back for him. And that was kind of like the main part of this movie. Like, his son always feeling like somebody gonna leave him. Even at the beginning of the movie, he was like, his son was waiting on him. And it's like, I guess an hour or something went by, and his son was getting scared because he always getting abandoned. Like, his mama left. Now he thinking his dad ain't finna come get us. So the main part of this movie was always, are you gonna come back for me? Even when they had to split up at the end of the movie, he told him, I'm gonna always come back for you. But while they on the phone talking, Coco knew what was about to happen. She just didn't want to tell the little boy that, like, your daddy not coming back. So the police got O2 and his dead body really in the car with him. He drives off into like this water. Now, I don't know if they purposely did this. I don't know, like, if this was symbolic or something. But like I told you, O2, like H2O and all that stuff, why would you have him driving off into the water at the end of the movie? Like, if y'all following what I'm saying, it was kind of symbolic how they did it. Like I said, I'd be really paying attention, like the small things that they put in these movies now. Of course, you would think that they dead because the car went to the bottom of the ocean. It fast forwards to the future, like where she said she was going to Mexico and she's raising O2's son for him because, like, they thinking he dead. So she's walking him to school and she's asking him, like, what is he learning in school? He's telling him Spanish. And out of nowhere, the little boy just starts running. And he told his daddy, like, the last thing he wanted was like a horse with spots. You see O2 coming through the mist of the sand, like from the other side of the beach with a white horse in his hand, like, and keeping his promise to his son, like, I'm gonna always come back for you. And that's how the movie closed out. It was a really good write. I love whoever wrote this, even though I feel like I'm gonna just be honest, a lot of the movies that Tyrese get, I feel like if Tupac was alive, he would have been getting them, because everybody know, like, Tupac was supposed to play Baby Boy, but he died. And Tyrese got that spot. So I feel like all the movie roles that they was gonna give the Tupac, Tyrese getting them. But that's just how I think. You know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, and another song that I like I said, I know I like the soundtracks with Big Meech and O2 met up. It's a song called Gutterville. I really like that song. It really made this movie harder than the ending. It really made the ending harder. But I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10, just because I wish it had more songs in it. But this was a very good write and a very good watch. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all go like, comment down below what movie y'all want to see next. Share this video and subscribe to the channel. Tyrese, Game, Meagan Good, Waist Deep. I'm gone.